kozu-pii waved her hand a little shyly, then vanished in the direction of the station turnstiles. Senna and I watched her go. If possible, I didn't want to be left alone with Senna. Except, she didn't seem to be interested in heading home, but she planned on wandering around the area again, as she usually did. I would have liked to leave at once, but beforehand, there was just one thing I wanted to ask the Gigalomaniac's PhD, no matter what. Even if I called out to her, Senna retained her ill-humored expression. It had been better when kozu-pii was here, but she remained off-putting. Heart-thumping, I asked my question, deciding to assume my voice had reached her.
コズピーの心の声もギガロマニアックスの能力なの？
That's actually a good question. I didn't expect her to give me an answer. Whatever the case, I figured it would end with her going and laughing at me. Then I cast a glance at me, then shifted her eyes to the jumbotron by the pedestrian scramble.
心の声はいわば妄想だ。
He responded thus.
梢はそれを他人のデッドスポットに送り込んでいるに過ぎない。仕組みはさっき説明したものと何も変わらない。送り込んだ粒子を映像ではなく音声に変換しているんだ。電話と同じだな。そして梢から心の声という妄想を送り込まれたことで、お前と梢の間で周囲共通認識が成立したんだ。テレパシーで会話しているように思えるが、全然違う。
だったら僕の心の声はどうしてコズピーに届いたの？
I myself hadn't delivered any delusions to kozu-pii's dead spots, at least not consciously. If that were the case, kozu-pii should have only been able to send one-way transmission. Yet we carried out a successful conversation with the voices of our hearts.
ギガロマニアックスは他人の妄想を見ることができる。梢は特にその能力が高い。他人が垂れ流す妄想をほぼ強制的に見せられていると言ってもいい。
Seeing delusions? Could someone really do that? I couldn't. So I didn't think I was a Gigalomaniac. With this suddenly distant look in her eyes, then I transferred her line of sight from the jumbotron to the crowd walking in the pedestrian ramble. I still have a bit of a cold, so my mouth was just full of slime. Nasty.
ギガロマニアックスとなったものは誰だろうと一度は壊れているんだよ。
I can see that. I mean, Ayase, Takumi, kozu-pii, they were all really rebels in the past.
壊れたって何が？
心がだ。梢は東京に来る前、奴らに追い詰められて心を壊した。
And Senna began speaking of what kozu-pii had experienced before she transferred. Senna said she had seen it like a film the first time she and kozu-pii met. Since early age, kozu-pii had possessed a unique predisposition to see into others' hearts. Even so, she faced this ability in her own way, and somehow she had managed to lead a peaceful lifestyle by concealing it from other people. She began with mirrors. When she entered high school, kozu-pii began to frequently spot the reflections of mirrors as she went about her daily life. At first, she thought it a mere coincidence. It happened only about once or twice a day. But as the months went by, that frequency gradually increased. She would encounter people in possession of mirrors over 10 times per day. Those encounters themselves were nothing special. She saw people passing her on the road carrying mirrors. Or students in the same grade as her fixing their makeup in the bathroom. Nothing more. But whether it was a coincidence or something intentional, the reflection in the mirrors almost inevitably struck her eye. At last, those who bore the mirrors, all of them, began speaking to her in voices containing insinuating laughter. They called out to kozu-pii in her heart, asking, "Who are you?" In her classroom, in the school building, on the way to school, while she was shopping, such people appeared whenever they went, wherever she went. It wasn't any particular person. On the contrary, there were different people each time. With her kozu-pii, everyone holding a mirror began to seem suspicious. Everyone laughing insinuatingly began to seem suspicious. At last, she began to have the hallucination that even those without mirrors were asking her, "Who are you?" It's so similar. Really reminds me of Takumi with his gaze and just "whose eyes are those eyes" phrase. She became borderline neurotic, and those internal voices clung to the depths of her ears, refusing to leave. One day, kozu-pii faced a mirror reflecting her and murmured,
お前は誰?
The instant she spoke those 3 words, kozu-pii became terrified of no longer knowing who she was. A girl with the same face as her called to her from beyond the mirror.
お前は誰?
Ever since she ceased speaking, she became unable to look at mirrors. Despite that, the demands of "Who are you?" continued to reach her. She could no longer even tell those inner voice whose inner voice it was. Broken fax machine incapable of blocking incoming transmissions. Reading the conditions set by her unique predisposition to hear the voices of other people's hearts. There was nothing she could do about it. kozu-pii's heart went to pieces. One day after she became a sophomore, during after-class cleaning, the sophomore girls whispered something to each other while using hand mirrors to put on makeup in the classroom. Mirrors and insinuating laughter, and the calls of "Who are you?" they just came to hear. Were they actually the inner voices of her 3 classmates, or else one of kozu-pii's oral hallucinations? She didn't care which. As kozu-pii's eyes quivered in terror, a mirror's reflection entered them. For a second, her field of sight went bright. Was it on purpose? Or a coincidence? She didn't care which. kozu-pii's heart, which had been strained for over a year, broke with the sound of something crashing. Before she knew it, she was screaming, rather shrieking. Her instincts desired to kill controlled her. For the first time, she seized the D-sword she could see at the edge of her field of sight. She attacked her 3 classmates. With a real booted D-sword, she severed her mirror-holding right hands in an instant. That got really dark really quickly. According to my minimum attendance shift chart, today wasn't a school-going day. I had one going to school all the same. You see, Remy, surely my juvie classmates would tell me about this and that today as well. It was tough enough, but when you weighed it down against the possibility of being able to meet Remy, I could still put up with that. I recalled yesterday's events as I passed through the school gate. Senna had emphasized her warning as we parted.
お前が望むと望まないとにかかわらず、もしこれ以上踏み込んでくるようなら、負を正にするぐらいの強い意識を持つんだな。中途半端な気持ちじゃ妄想に食われるだけだぞ。
Yeah, delusions are really, almost literally, a double-edged sword. Because I didn't want to get caught up in anything dangerous seeming, I hadn't asked her anything more. I believe she means that because people like her and Takumi can basically use delusions as a tool. In that way, they can turn it into a weapon, but instead, if they're not strong enough, they can basically go insane by the delusions themselves. And then the delusions are controlling them instead of the other way around. In any case, I couldn't get my hands on the D-sword no matter how hard I tried. I'm no hero. I'm only a waste of space who can't even do a decent job of protecting his little own sister. Except there remained the possibility that Shogun might appear before me again. Apparently he was targeting me as if we were playing a game. The next quest might begin at his whim anytime now. That terrified me. Even my attempts to acquire a D-sword had originally been for the sake of protecting myself from Shogun. I think that's the most pivotal point. I think if you want to lash out, that would be the moment to summon your D-sword and not trying to protect. Swordless, how could I escape his evil grip? If Remy were at me, but it bothered me that Remy was taking time off from school. What would I do if, this time around, Remy was taken hostage the way Nanami had been? Also, Remy had been talking to Shogun about how Takumi was supposedly a danger and that he had to be eliminated. Which obviously worries me. Is there anyone around who seemed likely to save me? Candidates would have to be those with these swords. Ayase was injured, so that took her out of the running. I didn't think Senna would help me. And kozu-pii was a little, no, considerably weird. Face lowered, I entered my classroom. Before I got to my seat, I took one look around the room. First, Remy's seat, empty. Was she absent today too? Is she really just skipping? Insecurity flickered through me. I wanted to meet with her. I wanted to see her cheerful face. Next, kozu-pii's seat. Seated, she faced down and shrunk into herself. When I remembered the stories Senna had told me yesterday, it made sense that kozu-pii always carried herself this way.
Ohayo, Takumi-san!
Good morning, kozu-pii. Our eyes didn't meet, but we internally exchanged morning greetings. The delinquent girls watched me, grinning. If it was the day after yesterday, I wouldn't be yet to be able to peel off the label of self-proclaimed psychic boy, who's actually an otaku freak. I made an idiot of himself on TV. Male thugs appeared not to have arrived yet. They often skipped their first period class, which was convenient for me. I sat down, and then his voice was my name.
Taku, ohayo.
Startled, I hastily raised my head. Remy stood there before my eyes. She seemed fairly bashful. She gave me a little wave.
久しぶり。
リミ。
What have you been up to? He wasn't an illusion. He had a definite presence. Definite. Just breathing, your hair stirred, just blinking. He was there. He was here. Something burned in the depths of my nose. I was assaulted by a squeezing sensation in my chest. I was about to weep. I was standing in my chair. I went motionless, head hanging. I was so glad I'd been able to see her again.
ちょっとタク、どうしたの？もしかして泣いてるの？
I frantically shook my head. If the Juvies nearby knew I'd cried here, it would torment me again. I told myself I shouldn't cry, but the tears kept overflowing.
わかった。私に再会できて嬉しいんだ。そうでしょ。なんてね。ちょっと自意識過剰だったかな。
Amy said in a bright, joking tone, and all I could do in response was to go on shaking my head desperately. Still more, I couldn't look at her face properly. If I did, I'd definitely start bawling. This was when someone tapped me on the back.
Oh, Taku.
It was Mizumi-kun, looking ill at ease. The hand he patted me with was considerably more restrained than it used to be, even though he'd ignored me before. I wondered why he was being nice enough to talk to me again. Talking with me would definitely bring misfortune to him. He would end up being the target of the class Juvies bullying. Right? It would be better for them if neither Remy nor Mizumi-kun put up with a creepy otaku like me. When I held my silence, Mizumi-kun put on a forced smile.
暗いな。朝から新規臭いぜ。ま、お前はそういうやつだって分かってるけどな。
Those words of his sounded harsh, but I didn't sense anything like sarcasm or hostility in them. If you ask how I knew, it was because he'd always said such things to me.
そういう大地は朝から無駄に爽やかだね。
無駄にとか言うな。久々に学校来たと思ったらいきなりそれか。
じゃあ嘘くさい爽やかさ。
なたく、この言い草どう思うよ。
I noticed ambiguously. Somehow my tears had stopped. The usual scene lay before me. Neither of them acted concerned by the fact that my position in our class was becoming something very bad.
そういえば、岸本のことを聞いたか。 まだ入院中らしいぜ。怪我は大したことなかったんだけど、精神的にかなり参ってるらしい。いいかアタク、女を落とすのに一番手っ取り早いのは弱ってる時に優しくしてやることだ。
That's just taking advantage of somebody's weak moments.
というわけで俺、本気で岸本の見舞いに行こうかなと思ってんだよね。
大地最多。ブーブー。今度こそ彼女さんに刺されるよ。
I keep forgetting that he's got a girlfriend.
お見舞いに行くだけだろ。別にやましいことじゃねえよ。
ほんの数秒前と言ってることが違うし。
そういえばタクって岸本と知り合いだったよな。な、一緒に行ってくんね。
あ、
This is a typical topic for Mr. sure enough. But because I'd been positive he would ask me about psychic powers or something, it startled me. Mr. kept chatting afterwards as well. It was the same as every time before now, with Mr. rattling on by himself, and me occasionally jumping in to poke fun at him, and me only grunting vaguely. But just being the same as before made me happy. Okay, he has a really creepy grin on his face. And it seems we finally got a name. So, is this the game's true villain, maybe? If there's such a thing. Standing at the windowsill of the presidential office located on the very top floor of the Nozomi Group Company's headquarters, Norase Kenichi lit a cigarette. The Nozomi Group, a large enterprise with numerous subsidiaries, which carried out its business with ministerial authority from the government. Its subsidiaries had started up businesses in a variety of fields, from the sale of clothing and groceries to trading in the capacity of a distributor of imports. And they all had accomplished measurable achievements. Norase, who stood at the top of the group and reigned over it, gazed down at the view he could see from his personal castle. So that just means that he has fingers in many pies and is very influential. His consciousness, however, was not turned towards the scenery. And suddenly, outside the downpour started. Hopefully it's not picking up on the recording. Wearing a mocking smile on his mouth, he hit the floor irritatedly with his toes countless times.
まったく老人たちの相手は面倒ですよ。そう思いませんか？彼らは臆病すぎる。だからこそここまでのし上がってきたとも言えるのでしょうが、利用するにもこうあれこれと横槍を入れられてはいい加減うんざりしてきますよ。現実は悲しいかな。300人委員会の影響力というものを侮ることはできません。ただいずれ近いうちにそのシステムも崩壊する。世界の支配構造は組み替えられる。
I know that the Committee of 300 It's this universe equivalent of Illuminati, basically. And it's been mentioned in Sanskrit as well.
楽しみですか私もですよ。ここまで随分時間がかかってしまいました。プロジェクトノア、立ち上げからすでに5年余り。
Noah walked up to his desk. The top of a solid-looking desk, carved from natural oak, and little of the decorative about, and little of the. Oh, it's just not me. It's just that the translation is a bit wonky sometimes. It was printed only with office-like items, and little of decorations on it. Except there was one thing that gave off a different color from the others, and it tumbled carelessly towards the edge. Nogase picked up that green, bizarrely designed mascot character. He gave it a bored glance and tossed it in the wastebasket.
さて。
His narrowed eyes swung towards the room's dim interior. The moonlight from the window didn't reach the depth of the room. A faint human presence could be found there.
まさか君がギガロマニアックスだとは思いもよりませんでした。どうやら神すらも私の味方をしてくれているようだ。君のサンプルを取らせてもらいますよ。何？怯える必要はありません。私は元医師でしてね。インフォームのコンセントはきちんとしなければ気が済まないたちなのです。そもそもノア2のハードウェアはすでに完成しています。あと必要なのはソフトウェアの方でしてね。そのために君たちギガロマニアックスのサンプルが多く必要なのです。正確に言うならば NA シナプスに関するコードサンプル、脳の働きに指令を出す役割を果たしている部位の行動サンプルですよ。コードサンプルには個人差があります。持っている能力が高いギガロマニアックスは NA シナプスもより活性化し、脳のより広い範囲にわたって効果を及ぼします。人間の脳は全体の10分の1しか使われていません。しかしギガロマニアックスは違う。残りの10分の9の部位も使っていることが分かっています。ギガロマニアックスの頭の中というのは実に興味深い。そのサンプルがノア2にとっていわば CPU の役割を果たすわけです。
I'm just being a bit silent, just trying to piece all this together. What he's basically saying is that Gigalomaniacs, because they're using 100% of their brains, have vastly superior processing power.
サンプルが多ければ多いほどノア2の能力は本物のギガロマニアックスに近づき、やがて超えるでしょう。納得してもらえましたか？結構。
I wonder who he's talking to. Norse nodded in satisfaction and, blowing out smoke, returned his gaze to the scenery beyond the window. He's up close. PBS Nightscape was vulgarity itself, and brought Norse nothing but unpleasant feelings. However, he usually thought to himself that he'd give passing marks to the view from somewhat separated places like this building. then, the nightscape would soon become something one could never see again. As a result of the final experiment performed in his Project Noah.
世界が生まれ変わる日も近い。